104.1 KRBE, Town of Frye, on the streets, while on the sidewalk behind Numbers Nightclub with Starley.
Hey, what's up?
How are you?
Good, thank you.
How's this tour been with Clean Bandit, Zara Larson?
It's been pretty awesome so far.
What have you learned so far?
I've learned to just go with the flow. When my pack dies, just keep performing, don't stop. Make sure you try and get healthy food wherever you can find it and store it in a cooler so you're not eating junk.
Yes.
And don't eat too much brisket when you're in Texas.
We were just talking about that brisket. I mean, you were in the barbecue capital of the world.
Yeah.
Were you in Dallas? Where were you before?
I was in Dallas,
Okay.
yeah. I was in Dallas, then last night I was in Austin.
Okay.
Now I'm here.
Well, no disrespect to those cities. Our brisket is way
don't
better.
tell me that. I've been
I
eating too much meat and I need to take a break, but if you're telling me that it sucks, I'm going to have to try it.
Well, congrats on Call on Me.
Thank you.
By the way, just blowing up everywhere, doing so well. We've read stories of, like, that was, a pivotal moment in your life writing that song.
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain that and, like, how much that song meant to you?
I guess, for me, I was going to quit music and I was a songwriter prior to that. And I didn't think I was good enough to be an artist and I wasn't having good luck. I went to London and I worked really hard for a long time and I wasn't having success as a songwriter. And so I moved back to Australia because I was broke and moved back in with my parents and sort of when I was at my lowest point, I kind of was just asking God why that was in my heart to want to do something so bad that wasn't meant for me. And when I was talking to God, I was writing a song because that's how I vent, I guess, and that's my therapy. And I wrote Call on Me on the piano in my bedroom in my parents' house. And when I finished it, I basically knew that nobody else could sing my story the way that I could.
Right.
So I was going to face my biggest fear and just go for it one last time and try to be an artist and see what happens. And so I got myself a little indie deal in Australia. And then it just blew up on Spotify. The biggest thing that happened, so it started to blow up, the original that I got produced by my friend. Right. And then after that, basically Ryan did a remix through my label and that's when it went nuts.
Yeah, I feel like when I listen to those two different versions, I feel like, your version I feel like it's emotional. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know if you feel the same. And I feel like like the remix is more of a celebration.
Totally, I
you
agree.
Kind of agree with that?
Yes, for sure. My version is definitely emotive because that's exactly where it came from. And I guess, with Ryan having his take on it, he's got a completely different take on my story. So when he did it, I guess that helped it to reach a lot more people that wouldn't normally listen to an acoustic beginning of a song that was from some unknown artist. So, so he did a good job.
As a songwriter, what do you do when you can't write? Like, how do you take a break? How do you get refocused?
Go to the beach, definitely. I could spend all my days at the beach. Yeah. I love swimming. I love the outdoors and stuff. So, yeah.
Well, Australia's got some pretty nice beaches.
Being Australian, it's in our culture to just love the sea and the sun. So,
very cool. Now that you're here, now that you're at this point in your career, is there anybody that you would like to work with? Who's like a dream that you would like to work with?
There's so many. Like, I love Chainsmokers. I love Ed Sheeran, Coldplay, Sia. I could just keep going. There's so many artists that I love, and hopefully I'll just bump into them and something will happen.
Yeah, is there any cool stories? Have any people reached out and say, hey, this is congrats on
I've had my friend Labyrinth, who's actually my friend though, but he's
a pretty big deal.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome. He's my friend. But a few people have definitely hit me up. But I guess the song is still picking up in America, which is funny. It's been going for so long, but because it was so big on Spotify before it was big anywhere else, it has been taking a long time to get catching around and stuff. So I'm just noticing last night in Austin, which is a bit of a challenge for you guys here in Houston, but in Austin, the most people I've ever seen was singing the song.
Really?
Pretty much every single person knew the song, and I was nearly crying because I couldn't believe it.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so in other shows, I'd see a lot of people, but maybe a quarter or 2/3 or something. But last night, almost every single person was singing.
Well, I have a feeling inside because I do the night show, and I've been playing your track probably, I want to say a month now, maybe.
Okay.
So I'm saying you're going to have some good vibes inside there.
Great. I'm excited.
All right.
Cool.
Starley, she's going to be at Numbers Nightclub tonight. Thanks for stopping by.
Yes, thanks for having me.